All right, so here we go. Modern gaming sucks. So shout out to Stoney the Great. He put a video out and he's got the gaming community buzzing right now. I seen a bunch of my favorite, a couple of my favorite creators reacting to it. We'll get into that later. But I saw this on Threads actually, which is why we're on Threads right now. And he posted this video. He posted it on TikTok, Twitter as well. And he just said that modern gaming sucks. And I think it was kind of a rage baity kind of video because there was a lot of points that I was able to easily debunk. You'll hear that in my voice message and what I'm talking about now. But we're just gonna watch it. We're just gonna watch it, and then we'll go through. We'll listen to my voice note, and then we'll go through it again and break down each point. So let's get right into it. Shout out to StoneyTheGreat. I'm not trying to. I wasn't gonna make this video today, but I was having fun on Juneteenth. And you know, I ain't want to tear a black brother down or Juneteenth, but yeah, we gonna get into it right now. Hold on.
Most people who say that come from it. Gaming nowadays sucks, and there's no more good games to play. Saying that is probably the easiest way to trigger most modern gamers. However, if y'all actually took the time to listen to them people who say that, I promise you realize that they kind of have a point. Because see, most people who say that come from an era where you didn't have to, quote, expand your horizons to find a good game. Because back in the day, if you wanted to find a good game, it was easy. Here you go. Here you go. No sports? That's fine. Here you go. You want a good detective noir story? There you go. Wanted a shooting game with some over-the-top gunfights? Here you go. Want GTA but not GTA? Here you go. Need a racing game? Here you go. No microtransactions, by the way. This. Even this. I mean, goddamn, bro, I can keep going.
Then y'all say the only people who say that are people who only play 2K and Madden.
Do realize that those same people are the people who had more than 2K and Madden back in the day. Let me walk you through it real quick. See, back then, we didn't need to just rely on Madden for our football fix. We could go NFL Street. We could go ESPN 2K5. Okay. We could go NFL Blitz. We could go NFL Game Day.
I played Blitz the other day. That was fun.
Let's do it. NFL Quarterback Club. Bro, we didn't need just 2K. We had NBA Street. We had NBA Jam. Man, I bet half of y'all ain't even heard of NBA Shootout. ESPN
that was a good game.
NBA Inside Drive.
That was a good game, too.
All NBA Live. We had variety back then. We had options, and those games came complete. They didn't come with no microtransactions. Y'all remember when this dropped? Yeah, this shit wouldn't have happened back then. Stop getting upset with people when they say that there ain't no more good games left when you got games like this that come out and it take them 2 fucking years to fix the shit. Because when this dropped, it was finished. It was complete. Wasn't no goddamn patch. Oh yeah, y'all remember this? Midnight releases? Ain't no more of that shit. This was a vital part of gaming culture when there was games that was worth standing outside all goddamn night for. Oh yeah, y'all remember this? Probably not. Couch co-op. What the fuck happened here? Another very vital part of gaming culture that was swiped away from us because of corporate greed. Oh no, we don't want 4 of y'all sharing one console. We want all 4 of y'all to buy your own console and just play online like a bunch of fucking dweebs. Like damn, bro, whatever happened to family fun games like Guitar Hero and
He funny, bro. He funny.
Everybody in the living room stressed out, mashing the buttons on this motherfucker trying to beat that one song. I don't think y'all realize that when y'all tell people that they have to expand their horizons to find good games, that you're literally proving their point. Because if gaming was currently as good as it always has been according to y'all, wouldn't nobody have to dig for shit. It would just be readily available in their face. Oh yeah, one last thing. When people say there ain't no more good games left, please stop suggesting these super niche ass games that only appeal to one type of person. You know damn well everybody ain't into turn-based RPGs. Cut the shit. So do I think gaming is dead? No. But is it as good as it used to be? Fuck no. Gaming nowadays honestly sucks, and there's no more good games to play. Saying that is probably the easiest way.
No, honestly, he kind of saved himself at the end, but like I don't know, bro. It was a lot of holes in his. There's a lot of chinks in his armor on this one, bro. Like just off the rip, he just how he started. It's like it's not that people are triggered. It's just that it's a very disingenuous argument, and it usually comes from people who don't really game like that, bro. Like I don't think this guy games for real. Like if we being serious, I don't think he games for real. I think he's one of the 2K, Fortnite, Madden guys that's all that they play. So that's all that they know. So they don't even try to play new games. So I don't know, bro. I don't like I don't want to come at another brother like that, but yeah, man, that's just I think he bugging on this one. So let's go ahead and listen to my voice note what I said. So here we go.
So local co-op and midnight releases are still a thing.
Yes.
I don't know how tapped in you are.
Right.
That's definitely still a thing. Niche game, just because it's a niche game doesn't mean it's not still a good game. Baldur's Gate is a really good game. I think you should give it a try.
Exactly.
And expanding horizons has always been a part of gaming. So I don't know where you was going with those points, but other than that, solid video. from a business perspective, gaming was definitely better back in the day. No DLC and patches and shit
Right,
like that.
right. From a business standpoint, from a consumer standpoint, gaming was a little bit better back then because they had no DLC. Even though DLC was a thing since like '06, but like for the most part, it was like no like pay to win. They wasn't smacking you with DLC. It was like all the content that was on the game was on the game. Now they make all of the content and they hold it back for DLC. Why are you releasing a game and then you're announcing, okay, here's buy this pass and you get to get the rest of the game? That's what I feel like it does. Like when DLC first came out, it was like, all right, we gave it all, boom, but we're so passionate. God damn it, we're gonna give you. We're gonna my fault. We're gonna give some more. We're gonna put something else in the game. You know, if you look at the origins of DLC, you'll see that DLC as it was isn't the same as DLC as it is like at today. And then you got microtransactions and loot box. Nobody likes that shit. So you have a point on that. And then with the sports games he brought up, at the end of the day, the cream of the crop rose to the top. You mentioned Inside Drive, Quarterback Club, NBA Shootout. The games that rose to the top out of that was Madden. For football, it was Madden, and it was Madden. It was the EA's version of Madden, including EA Big with the EA Sports titles and all of that, and ESPN football. It was ESPN footballs, ESPN basketballs, and then it was the 2K, the legendary 2K with the TO on the cover, the 2K5. It was that, and then it just boiled down to, and then for the basketball, it just boiled down to 2K and NBA Live. Now it's just 2K. Now it's just Madden. Now that also has to do with capitalism, but that also has to do with the gamers speaking. If people aren't playing these games, they don't last. NBA Inside Drive didn't last past a certain year. NBA Shootout didn't last past a certain year. ESPN Football didn't last past a certain year. They tried to bring it back with the All Pro Football 2008, but it ultimately didn't last because why? The NFL decided to lock it in with EA. If 2K had brought together a better product that players were playing more, then maybe we'd still see that competition there, but we don't see it anymore. Granted, I would like to welcome that competition back, but it's not happening because the gamers spoke. The people that you're trying to defend or whatever. And then boom, he mentioned only 2K, Madden, and Call of Duty players say that. You say, oh, that's because they were playing the games back in the day. No, they saying that because it's true. There's an article that 60% of gamers are playing games from 7 to 8 years ago, bro. So y'all not even playing new games. So why y'all even talking about new games if y'all not playing them? Y'all not buying them and y'all not playing them. Y'all still playing the same games before. So how can y'all even speak on something that you're not even involving yourself in it? And then he mentioned expanding your horizons or something like that. That's what gaming is. At some point, you never played any of these games you were talking about. So what did you have to do? Expand your horizons, try something new, and you end up liking it, or you ended up not liking it. So like, come on, bro. It's a very flimsy argument that he made. And then on top of that, like he mentioned Baldur's Gate. He tried to slander Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate sold 15 million copies. That's more copies than than half the games that you listed. That's more copies than half the games that you listed. So although it is a niche genre, that game was not niche. That game won Game of the Year across multiple journalism outlets and all of that stuff, and it was critically acclaimed. Go look on Steam database. Go look on Steam. Overwhelmingly positive, bro. So that was a bad thing. Just because you don't like those type of games and you don't want to broaden your horizons to play it, then that's on you, brother. That's on you. I'm sorry. Like I'm sorry. I don't want to make it look like I'm coming at this guy, but this was a very flimsy argument. And then he kept flashing these games over here. Hold on. I'm waiting for it to come up because I don't know. This thing is not letting me pause. Like, you're bringing up all of these games, like the thumbnail of your video, basically, without the modern. Where is it? Come on. Those games, yeah. These games, critically acclaimed games, and you saying there's no variety? You have RPGs, you have shooters, you have motherfucking racing games up there. That's a lot of variety right there. Like, what are you talking about? Those are all great games up there. So like, I don't know what Brody was talking about. Like, with a lot of this. Now, only thing I really agreed on is what he said at the end, was that, does he think gaming is dead? No, but was it way better back then? Yeah. So I don't know, bro. You mentioned Cyberpunk. The thing with Cyberpunk was, if a game was bad back then, which there were a lot of bad games back then, Sonic 06 being one of them, Superman 64 being one of them, there was no patches back then. The reason why patches came out, because there were bad games. So developers had to figure a way how to fix the game post-release. So don't act like there wasn't no bad games back then. And those games were not getting fixed to the extent that Cyberpunk got fixed. Because if you play it, granted, it took them 2-3 years to fix it, and working with the modding community, now it's a great game. It's a very recommendable game. So that's another bad example right there. So, and then you mentioned playing online. I remember when I was 10 years old playing online, NBA Street and shit like that. It was online back then. So if you're calling people dweebs who want to play online, you're also a dweeb. Plus, there's also local co-op. I just watched a video with Donkey Kong Bonanza that has local co-op. Smash Brothers has local co-op. I used to play Tekken not even a few years ago with my homeboys when I was living back in the Bronx. We would play that shit every day. Marvel Capcom Infinite. We play Tekken. We play all these multiplayer games. You just obviously pass the controller around because it ain't enough people to, it ain't enough controllers to pass around. It ain't enough players in a game to pass around. But that's what we would do back in the day too. Even if you had a multi-tap, it would be 4 players playing, but it'd probably be like 8 or 9 of us there, and we just pass the controller around, bro. That's what we was doing since back then. Like, what is he talking about? I don't know. We might be pulling your car, brother. You might not be an actual gamer. You might be a casual gamer. Apparently his content is movies. You might want to stick to that, bro. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but you might just want to stick to the movies, because like this video is easily debunkable, like very easily debunkable. And I just wanted to show a few takes from some creators that I like to watch. The first one is my guy, the Black Kokage. Here's what he had to say.
About to replay it because of him. So respectfully, I disagree with this video. Modern gaming does have several problems, and a lot of it is rooted in greed. But to say that there's hardly any variety of good games out there, I'll give them a half point for the sports. Yeah, that is a unique position that they're in when it comes to the sports. But everything else, there's banger after banger. If you talk to people who really play games like that, most of our backlogs are fucking crazy. Our wallets are hurting. I just don't think y'all play a lot of games. I think unfortunately, because gaming has gone more mainstream, there are a lot of people out here that play games, but they still on that bullshit where like they're too cool for school. Oh, I'm a gamer, but I only play
like, oh, I'm not gonna play no Mario Kart. That's for little kids. I'm not gonna play no Witcher. That's some fantasy nerd shit. Like you're automatically a nerd. You're those are the niggas that play Madden and 2K. Like you're sitting there controlling an avatar in the game, and you're pretending like you're this character or whatever. You're pretending you're controlling this character. Like that's nerdy as fuck. You're a dweeb too, my nigga. Like stop the cat. Like stop trying to make, like, I hate when niggas do that, like when and just anything in general, but especially with gaming, when niggas act too cool for school. Like they like, I ain't playing that. That's some kid shit. If it ain't Call of Duty or man, like, come on. He's coming off like one of those gamers. You know what I mean? So it's just a lot of his points were very debunkable, because a lot of the games he named, he probably was playing that when he was younger. But he's not trying to clear obscures. He's not trying to doom the Dark Ages. He's not trying to Split Fictions, which is couch co-op, one of the best games to come out. He's not trying the Astrobots. You know, if he was, he would not have this take. If he was trying those games out for real, he would not have these takes. He was some L takes. He normally do movie stuff. Just stick to the movie stuff, my brother. I'm sorry, but we also gonna check out my guy TTBN. This is another creator I've started following this year. He I wouldn't call him a political guy, because he keeps it to gaming even when it's political, but he just calls out a lot of the grifters in the gaming community, a lot of like the hardcore conservative grifters that they say one thing and then they go do another thing. Like they say Assassin's Creed Assassin's Creed Shadows sucks before the games come out. Then they buy it and be like, oh, it's actually not that bad. Or they try to pinpoint everything wrong with it and try to say, oh, the numbers are fake and shit. So they just can't. They don't know how to take an L when they're wrong. They don't know how to admit when they're wrong. They can't just admit that they're grifting because they need the money to pay the rent because they don't feel like getting the job. That's what they don't want to admit it. But that's another topic for another video. Let's hear what my boy TTBNs had to say.
I think it's so weird when people get on the internet and make claims like this when we can also look on the internet.
We got the same internet, gang.
True. Right? Like it's not true.
It's not true.
You can have your grievances with the gaming industry. Of course I do.
Of course, we all do.
Hopefully.
We all do.
But that's not the end all be all. And also be more concise, which is weird coming from me, but be more concise.
Yeah, he was all over the place.
Start talking about how modern games were bad, and then also individual talking about, well, you can't go on to midnight releases anymore. I'm sorry, time is moving forward and people don't do that anymore.
Right. And then even to counter his point, and I agree with him, even to add on and bolster the point, did you not see the Switch 2 midnight release? There was people around the world. I seen mad videos popping up on my feed around the world with people lining up around the corner. You had content creators doing midnight releases. Dashi, one of the OG gaming creators. I don't even know if he knows who that is. It's StoneyTheGreat. And Corey Kenshin, don't know if he knows who that is. OG gaming creator. They did a midnight release for the Switch at the GameStop, at the local GameStop by Dashi, because Dashi invited Corey. Like, come on, that was a big event. It was a midnight release. Like, every point he made was debunkable. Like, it was like, I like the delivery and I like the setup of the video and I like how confidently he was delivering his points. But when you really break it down, a lot of what he was saying was debunkable, bro. Like, nah, man, we ain't doing that. We not doing that. So, I'm not trying to slander nobody. It's just this video just wasn't it. Like, he was kind of all over the place. And a lot of what he said was debunkable. Even like, even people disagreeing. There's a lot of people agreeing, and I think the people that are agreeing are in the same boat as him. Like, y'all don't really play games for real, so y'all don't understand how gaming is still good despite all the fuckery going on. The game is still good. There was a lot of bad games back then, hella bad games back then. So let's stop the cap. Let's stop the cap. Come on. So, yeah, I said I was just gonna be 10 minutes, and it ended up being almost 20. I see what they meant, because Black Okage his was 48 minutes, and then TTBN was over 20 minutes. I tried, bro, but I just had to. When I get real passionate about stuff that I fuck with, like I gotta just talk my shit, bro. But yeah, so y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, right? Just keep it respectful. Say whatever you like. You could disagree with me. You can hit the dislike button if you think I'm talking some bullshit. Whatever, but just keep it respectful, all right? So y'all already know the vibes. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It's your boy JusticeXFalls, and we out. One.